What's going on, everybody? It's GAMEUNBOXINGREVIEWS here, and welcome back to another episode of The Countdown to Halloween! This is a daily series in which every episode I'll show you how to create popular characters from the horror genre using the LEGO DC Super-Villains Character Customizer. So, without further ado, let's see who we're going to be making today. Alright, so in today's episode, we're of course going to be making The Shape, though others will know him as the Boogeyman. It is of course Michael Myers from the Halloween franchise. So to start off with, we're of course going to head into Custom Character, Appearance, Head, and then Head again, and you're going to scroll all the way to the top until you find Custom Head 6, which is of course this one right here. And personally, I think this is the perfect head to use, especially when you make it white. You can see there, white mask with black eyes. I dare you to find anything better to use to make this character with this customizer. Now then, once we're done with the head pieces, we can of course back out of there, go into hair pieces, and scroll all the way to the bottom until we find the slick back hairstyle. And of course, we're going to make it dark brown. Now then, for the body, I went with a preset body, and if we scroll all the way to the bottom, we should find the prison jumpsuit, which, funny enough, you do actually start the game in, so if you wanted to, you could play the entire campaign as Michael Myers, which is pretty cool. And of course, we're going to make it dark blue. Now, if you look carefully, you can see a little bit of orange detail here and there in the jumpsuit, and that is, of course, because the jumpsuit was originally orange. However, I like to think of it as dirt, because let's be honest, Michael Myers isn't the cleanest person around, so I still think that makes a lot of sense. For the arms, you could go ahead and choose blank dark blue arms, but personally I really like bronze tigers because it looks like creases in the jumpsuit, and I did do the same with Jason because it just adds a little bit more detail into the character model. For the hands, we're just going to go ahead and choose this skin tone right here. For the hips, you just want them to be dark blue, so we'll do that real quick. There we are. And then for the legs, you're going to scroll all the way to the top until you find boots. We're going to make the legs dark blue, and color 2, of course, is the boots, so we're going to make them black. Nice. Looking very, very cool indeed. Now, of course, we need to move on into effects. So, obviously, we want as less of an effect as possible. So, let's just make sure here. Left hand glow off, right hand glow off. Hit impact effects, turn that on, make sure it's style 1. There we are. For the color, make it black. And you want to do the same for the jump slam effects as well. Nice. You can see there it doesn't leave a glow. It's just a crack in the ground. Very, very cool. So now that we're done with the appearance and the effects, we can of course move on into abilities. So I didn't actually give Michael anything on triangle, X, or square, but I did give him an ability on tap circle. And that is of course detective mode. Now then, let's see what color would fit Michael. Blue? I'm not really feeling that. No dark blue. What about white? Because of course his mask is white. Yes! Now that is perfect. That looks just creepy. I'm definitely sticking with that one. That is awesome. Now then, on to skills. So, we don't want the grapple ability, but I will give him technology because, of course, Michael Myers is highly intelligent. We won't give him acrobat or mind control or telekinesis, but we will give him wall climbing because, of course, if he is coming after you, he's going to do everything he can. And if that means, you know, having to climb a wall, he's going to do it. So I think it makes a lot of sense to give him the wall climbing ability. Now then, for super strength and smash walls, here's the thing. I'm only going to give him the smash walls ability because I think that shows a limit on his strength. You don't want him to be able to pick up taxis and throw them at people like the Hulk, but you do want him to at least be able to maybe smash through a wall. So I'm going to stick with smash walls, but leave super strength. And finally, for the abilities, let's see here. Tracking, we'll give him that. How about white? Okay, there's no effect there. What about blue? Yes, that looks cool. And of course, you need stealth. You have to have stealth with Michael Myers, obviously. Alright, so we've done the appearance and the abilities. Now, of course, we can move on into personality. So, let's see here. Health icon. Is there a dark blue? Ah, there isn't. Oh, man. Okay, we'll just stick with red. For the health type, now, I understand that Michael Myers is incredibly persistent, but I'm just going to stick with standard health, because I think that makes more sense. He is just a man, after all. For the voice, just choose any male voice. For the speed, go with normal. For the target, that doesn't matter. We don't need to select that, so just select anything, really. I'll go with Mercy Graves. And then for the animation, this doesn't matter, because we're going to choose a weapon, which overrides the animation anyway, but just go with normal. And of course, now we can give him a weapon. So there's a lot of weapons you could choose, but personally, I'm going to go into swords, sword type, and give him the Gladius sword. And we don't want it in yellow, we actually want it in this color right here. So it's the dark light gray. You can see here, there's a few grays. There's this one, which is too dark, this one, which has got a blue effect, this one, which is way too light, and it's this one right here. That is perfect. Lastly, of course, we need to fill in the basic information. So let's see here. Status, we'll go with villain. For the affiliation, we'll go with affiliation unknown. And then for the name, we of course need to name him Michael. There we are. Myers. Nice. Alright, cool. So now, of course, what we're going to do is drop Michael into the hub world and see just what he can do. And here he is. This is, of course, my custom-made Michael Myers made in LEGO DC Super-Villains. Let's just get a good look at him right here. Honestly, I think he turned out awesome. I mean, the only way I can really think of that could improve this design, if there was another face in the customizer with black eyes, but it had dark gray wrinkles, because then that could give off a more weathered, you know, older-looking mask like you see in the new movie. But, of course, this is still a perfect face to use because it gives off more of a classic and traditional-looking Michael Myers mask like you see in the original movie. So that's pretty cool. So what can he do? Well, of course, he can attack enemies like this with his weapon. There we go. We'll get the police on us in a second. Or maybe not. Oh, there we go. It's working. And he can also do this ground pound. And, of course, he has detective mode. So he's a very grounded character. But, of course, I didn't want to give Michael anything supernatural. I wanted to stay as true to the character as possible. And I think I've done a pretty good job. Now then, let's see what this looks like with Michael. Yep, that is awesome. Now, here's the thing, you see, because, funny enough, despite this being the last character in the Countdown to Halloween, Michael Myers was actually one of the very first characters I ever made in LEGO DC Super-Villains. The reason because of that is because one day I was just looking at old footage of the customizer long before the game even came out, and I saw this face right here, and I thought, hang on a minute, I wonder if I could use that face, make it white, make the jumpsuit, you know, that you start off with from prison dark blue, and maybe make Michael Myers. And sure enough, as soon as I got the game, I did that, and I was so happy with how he turned out. It literally looked exactly like Michael Myers, and it was just awesome to see that character in LEGO form. So then I thought, I wonder if I could make other characters. So I tried, you know, some retro stuff to start, like Dracula, Creature from the Black Lagoon, Invisible Man. Then I did the big characters like Jason, Freddy, Pennywise, and I thought, well, Halloween's coming up. Why don't I do a series where every day I release a tutorial on how to make custom characters from the horror genre? And that's exactly what I've done. And to see that you guys have enjoyed this series as much as I have actually making it is just so cool. Because this is something that I've been looking forward to doing for ages. Like I said, I had the idea long before the game even came out. So to see that everyone's enjoying it is just really cool. And seeing everyone's reactions, like all the comments and everything, people have been saying, oh, I wonder if he does Jason. He's probably not going to do Jason, but I hope he does. And then when I did Jason, everyone was like, oh my god, I was losing hope. I did not think you would do Jason, and I did. And it was just cool. It's been really cool to see that, and I can't wait to see the reactions to this video, because Michael Myers might actually be the most requested character I've seen, for sure. I mean, it was between Michael, Freddy, Jason, and Pennywise. Those were definitely the top characters that were requested the most definitely. But of course, they were on the list since day one, absolutely. Most definitely. I mean, here's the thing about Michael Myers. There was no way that I was going to release this character on any other day besides Halloween. Absolutely not. I mean, everyone wanted to see him, and that was great to see, but there was no way I was going to do that. And, you know, maybe yesterday's trailer showed a bit too much and was kind of obvious, but I just, you know, had that idea randomly to make a trailer, you know, seeing as how it was the finale, and I thought, that turned out pretty good. Why don't I release it? It was actually a little bit different to what I originally had in mind, because I had to cut some stuff because I thought it was too revealing, and maybe it was a bit too revealing anyway, the one that I released, but I just was so happy with the way that teaser turned out, I just had to release it, so I thought that was pretty awesome. It was just cool to make a little cinematic of watching Michael, you know, get out of prison and go get his mask and everything back, so I thought that was pretty awesome. Right, let's actually fight the police, because we're not really doing anything at the moment, are we? Come on! Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with the way this whole series has turned out, really. I mean, the only character that I'm not crazy about, you know, in terms of my designs, is probably Predator. Now, I'm not saying it's bad, because I know you guys have been saying, Ben, you did the best you could, you know, with the pieces that you're given, but he's not my favorite because, you know, when I release these characters, I only like to release them when I think, yes, that looks like that character. And Predator was probably the least likely of those, but I still think he turned out cool. And I suppose I could have done better with the powers and everything, but everyone else I think turned out great. Really, really great. Jason was the one that I was probably worried about the most, because how the heck was I supposed to make Jason Voorhees when there was no hockey mask in the actual customizer? That was the challenge. But taking Red Hood's mask, changing it to that color, you know, giving him Vandal Savage's jacket and everything, I think it turned out pretty good. There's a lot of different versions of Jason you could probably make, but with the one that I made, I'm happy. I think he turned out great, so it's pretty cool. And of course, Pennywise here as well. That was a character that I wanted on the list since day one, but I thought, there's no way I'm going to be able to make him. And sure enough, I did. And look at him. He looks awesome. We've got Michael Myers and Pennywise the Dancing Clown taking on the GCPD in Gotham City. That's pretty awesome. Very, very cool indeed. Take that! Oh, he threw him! That was awesome! Hi-ya! Nice. And attack normally as well, of course. Take that. And that. Wait, I want to throw them again. Oh, no, hang on. What about this? And boom! Nice. Throw into him. It's so cool how you can throw the enemies into each other. That is just awesome. Very, very cool indeed. Whoa! What the heck happened there? I thought Magneto was about for a second there. Magneto versus Pennywise and Michael Myers. That would be an interesting fight. Most definitely. Take that! Nice.
Me?
I think one of the things that I haven't tried with my custom characters is actually seeing what they look like in cutscenes. Because that's the thing. The cool thing about LEGO DC Super-Villains is, yes, it's got an amazing character creator, but the thing is, it also works within the story. So your custom character will appear in any cutscene that he's, you know, meant to appear in. So you could have Michael Myers as the star of the story. So you could have the beginning of the game being Michael Myers breaking out of... Is it Stryker's Island? I think it is. I think at the beginning it's Stryker's Island with Lex Luthor and I think is it Mercy Graves, and then later on he becomes actual Michael Myers and everything. That's just cool. That just makes you want to do another playthrough with these kind of characters. Like, I wonder what it would be like to see Pennywise in the cutscenes and things like that. So I think that's pretty fun. All right, we're not getting a whole lot of police on us at the moment. Come on. Oh, here we go. This guy's quite persistent. Oh, that's gotta hurt. Take that! Right. How is it that we've only got one bit of notoriety? Come on, you really have to keep it up. Trust me, that's the thing with the notoriety system in LEGO DC Super-Villains. You really have to keep it up. If you stop for like a second, they'll just ignore you and be like, you know what, you're not worth it. And then just move on. But you need to keep it up. Quickest way to do it is, of course, just to keep attacking the same person over and over again. Especially pedestrians, because thankfully you can't actually kill them. You can just attack them. Hey, Mr. Pedestrian! Do you mind? I'm trying to attack this guy so I get loads of notoriety. I like this. You see that antique shop there? You can actually go inside there. You know, it's nothing special, but it's just cool to have that option. Hey! I'm not done. I'm not done! Come here! Come here! There we go.
And powers.
Okay, I think... Is that the highest? Are we really at the highest? I thought it went higher than that. Huh, weird. Smash the shop up because we can. But yeah, it's just a little interior. That's quite cool. There's also, you know, other interiors like actual... They look a bit like levels, but they're not. So you can go inside Wayne Manor and I think Wayne Enterprises, and there's a few more. The Batcave, though, is not like that for once, and it's really cool to see it in full 3D. Like in third person. That's just awesome. Take that.
Not cool.
I know, I'm sorry. Was that like a British police officer, but like she's in the GCPD? That's interesting. I guess she moved from Britain to Gotham. Not the wisest thing to do, I would say. It is Gotham after all. I wouldn't like to live there, no siree. Especially when you got Michael Myers and Pennywise running around. Not to mention the Joker, Clayface, you know, all of those characters. No, thank you. I also think it was really fitting to do this series as well because it's LEGO DC Super-Villains, and these are all bad guys. These are all terrible, terrible people. So I think it was quite fitting to do it with this game as well. Definitely. I'm not sure if these characters would turn out as well as they have in any other game. Not because it's villains, just because the pieces that were available were really helpful. I mean, I don't know if you could make Michael Myers and like LEGO Marvel Superheroes 2. Maybe if you used, is it Stakar, you know, from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2? Maybe if you used his, like, jacket and then a few dark blue pieces, you might be able to make a decent Michael Myers, but I don't think it would look anywhere near as good as this. That looks like Michael Myers to me. It's just awesome. Take that! Whoa! Nice team up, Pennywise. I wish the team up attacks were still here, because we can't team up with Pennywise here. I mean, we did there, but not like as an actual team up attack. It was just like a coincidence. That's still pretty cool. We make a great team, you and I, Pennywise. Maybe we should do a crossover. Pennywise v It. Pennywise v It? Pennywise is It. My bad. Pennywise versus Michael Myers. That would be interesting. In a world full of studios wanting to make movies where characters fight each other, it wouldn't surprise me if that actually happened. It definitely would not surprise me. Who knows, maybe it would be cool. Probably wouldn't make any sense, mind you. But yeah, guys, I think that'll probably do it for this one. I've showed a lot of Michael Myers. Like I said, he's a very grounded character. But, you know, if you know the character, then you'll know that I think I've done a pretty good job on him. I definitely wanted to save the best for last. I mean, he turned out great. He really did. And that's it, guys. That was the final episode of The Countdown to Halloween. So, of course, I just want to say a massive thank you to every single one of you that has been watching this series, as I've had a blast making it. And it's been so great to see your reactions to all of my custom characters. Now, while the series is over, don't worry, because I will, of course, still continue to make tons more custom characters from all of pop culture using the LEGO DC Super-Villains Customizer. But for now, happy Halloween. I hope you all have a safe and enjoyable night. And as always, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe.